Hello and welcome back to my channel, and in today's video I'll be teaching you how to build this lumber mill. I don't know if you have a requirement in your own village for one, but it makes a good addition. Wasn't too stressful to make, quite time consuming, but I feel it was worth the weight in gold. I hope you liked the video, so please like and subscribe. And yeah, without further ado, we'll get stuck into the video. So we'll go with stairs, and I'm going to select the weathered log stairs. We'll go with that one there. And yeah, I'm probably going to keep one there and there. I think that should be a good start. Yeah, and I think for height, I want to be able to see underneath it, so I'm going to go 3 high there. Okay, so I'll go back to my floors and the pier, and I should just be able to get this onto here. Yeah, I think there should be good. Or maybe if we move this over and we'll snap it to the end. Just there. Yes, that should be good there. And I think we'll go along by maybe 3. We'll see how 3 looks. Looks to be quite big. No, I might go 1 more. So yeah, 4 along there. And I think we'll go 4 by 4. I'm going to turn this around. You notice there's a detail on this pier. It's like a metal or a wooden barrier with nails on the end. So that'll be 4 there, 3 out. And yeah, we'll just go all the way out here again. And we'll place the last 2 for the outside there. Okay. These ones will rotate back into the middle. Yeah, there and there. So I think that'll be a pretty good size to begin with. Okay, and I think I want to have this as like the ground level. Yeah, I'll keep this as the ground level. And I'm probably going to build some sort of like hut here. It might extend a little bit further out, but yeah, I think if we build the hut here, or could we extend it further along there? Maybe we could. Maybe we could build a pillar here. Depends how long I really want this to come out, but I want it to be quite big, so I'm going to start here. I'm going to go 4 high. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4 high there. 4 high there. Might end up being a bit taller actually. Let's go 5. Yeah, we'll go with 5 there. And up here, I'm going to select. I think go 4 high here. Yeah, we'll go 4 high there. I want like an outdoor area over here, quite spacious, so I think we'll go 4 high here. Let's just test this out with some walls. 1, 2, we need to go 3 out. Pillars and walls, and get a large beam. Oh yeah, of course we can't do that. Okay, so lay a wall here first, just a single piece, and that'll let us snap on to there. Okay, so we're one pier plus a tile in width. That should be quite nice there. Okay, after looking at the height here, I think we need to go another one here. I want this to fully extend out, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're 6 high on these, and again we're just 4 high on here. Yeah, so with that in place, I'm gonna lay a horizontal large beam. We'll go 4 along. Yeah, 4 along here. I may actually have to extend this out a bit further. Yeah, it might look cool if it was going a bit out, like maybe 2 out there. I'm gonna get this nailed first, so let's go 2 out here. And then the building will probably come out another 2 here. I think maybe 2 out, yeah. We'll go with 2. And then we'll come back 90 degrees. We'll come out by 4 here. Yeah, 4 here. And come back in by 2. And I come back out again. I think I'm going to come out by 4 here. Yeah, I think that should be okay there. So again, I think this was 4 long. 4 along there, and I'm going to come back in by 4. And by 4. I don't actually know what's happened there. Let's drop a couple of pillars here. There. let's keep going around this. Building this frame. Oh yes, we're out by 5 there, okay. That could still look quite cool though. Not too symmetrical. Yeah, so come down again. And actually, I'm gonna make this a bit more open. So we'll just go out by the 5 here. Okay. And I think I'm gonna leave that bit open now. So we'll just come out with this large beam. That's where we want to be, I think. So I'm gonna take them off. And yeah, I'm going to meet that there. So I might just add the pier again to do this. I want this to be the bottom. So yeah, I'm going to add the pier onto here. That should be okay there. And then I'm actually going to join this one up here. Yeah. Bit of trial and error here, I think. So we'll go up now, we'll connect this up, try and get an idea of how we want this to look. And I think I'm going to have the stairs going in. So put stairs, and yeah, I think I'm going to start it around there. Going up and in. Oh, no, we're going to get hit by that beam. Okay, so we're just going to take this in. Could even walk in from that direction. We'd like to have that there. No, okay, we'll take it from here. So it's 2 wide by maybe 3 high to begin with, and then we'll see where this ends up here. Just seems a bit narrow, doesn't it? There. Yeah. It's got a floor here. Quite like these ones at the moment. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4 there. And then we'll just come up again here. Up and into there, okay. So back to floors. Okay. Yeah, we'll have it like that. We can add the next one in here now. Okay, these aren't playing ball, so I'm gonna keep going with the floor. Okay, before that patched in, yeah, we had to redesign this. I just didn't like the way the piers were looking. Yeah, so I'm going to add the supports here again. I'm just going to do pillars. This is just going to go down into the water. So probably put one there, another one kind of in the middle. Yeah, there's just one there, so... Okay. That top one. Do I want to add another one in the middle? Yeah. Quite like it open, so we can walk around a bit. Yeah, go with that. And then we can maybe just get these back ones on here, so... Let's put this one on. Okay. Yeah, okay, we'll go with that. I mean, we could probably put in the the 45-degree supports here. I'll just put 2 of them in. I feel a bit high up, but I think they should be okay there. Just check your angles, and yeah, I think that looks pretty good. It should be okay there. I'll have to get onto a bit of scaffolding and do the other side. Just trying to get an idea of how we want this to look to begin with. Putting another one there. We can't have too many of these, and then for the smaller one, we'll just put a couple of these little ones. I'm going to turn the snapping on to 90, get it easier and quicker here. Okay, don't forget to put this one in here. Just double check that's in line there. I think it looks not bad. We'll just double check this now. So it's perfect there. And there, yeah, that's perfect there. So let's finish off this last one here. We can probably get the rest of that later. Right, finish off these beams again. Okay, so with all the supports in place, I think now we can extend this floor out a bit more. So, yeah, go with the pier again, and place here too. And just go all the way around here until we get to the end. Does that look? That should be a good foundation for it. I'm probably going to fill in all these sides as well, to be honest. So we'll just use this one, I think. I'm also going to try the stone effect. Yeah, I think we might actually go with the stone. Stone in the wood. Okay, with them down, I'm going to get another pier. Just fill this up. Just trying to get this in here. Okay, I'm going to do 2. I'm going to delete that one. Okay, so that's not a bad base there. I think the wood just breaks it up a bit, makes it look a bit more solid for what we're away to do. The side obviously is going to need to get done as well. Okay, with that done, I'm going to start filling in all the sides to this building that we're going to add. So, yeah, I think now that we have the stone walls down below, I think we'll go with wood. I felt like doing clay, and I might try the clay out. And then the wood. That way we have stone, clay, wood. It's usually... yeah, let's give that a try. So, I'm just going to go all the way around here. I think we'll go... 2, window, 3, 4. So we're going to go 4 high. 3, 4, okay. I'm just going to go 4 high all the way around. And then we're going to add the supports. Okay, so with all of them down, we're going to go back to pillars. I'm just going to fill in the pillars now, all the way around. The big one, I don't know, we should use the big one. I'm using the small one. I'm just going to try one wall. Have a quick look at this. I don't know. I think maybe we'll go with the smaller one. Yeah, I'm going to go with the small one here. Okay, yeah, we'll go with the smaller one. I'll just fill these in all the way around again. Okay, so with all of them down now, I do want to add another floor onto here. So I think this is quite open here as a stairwell, so maybe at the back here. I almost want it on the last piece. Let's have a look where this window is in relation to where we are. So yeah, I think it could be that. So the second window in. Yeah, I think we'll take it to there. So we want it to end there. At least be the stairwell, so yeah, let's add a floor. Okay, and we'll add the stairs now. We might even have this in the middle. Yeah, I think that's a bit better. Okay, fill this last bit in here. Okay, that's right. Okay, yeah, let's add a pillar. So, should we get one here? Yeah, put one there. And then, actually, let's put a few here. I think that'll look quite good. Yeah. No, not those two. Put it to the end. So up here we are, well, yeah, technically we're 2 and 1 small piece, so 2 big tiles, 1 small piece of outdoor bit. Yeah, I'm gonna put a door here. That looks pretty good. Oh, yeah, won't let us do that yet. Okay, so little walls. Walls here. Okay, and again, this is probably gonna have to be 4 high. I'm gonna try 3 high. 3. Oh. We'll go 4. Okay, yeah. Got this door one. And then we're going to go back to pillars. Just get the standard size beam timber. So to recap, they are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 across. By 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 across. So 8 by 5. I think we'll probably come back to this bit. What we could do is check our roofs real quick. I almost wanted to go with this one, the reed roof like the other building, but I think for a change, I'm actually going to use the straw one. I like the contrast to them better. We'll try it out. We'll see how the straw one goes. Oh no, we don't. We've only got the reed at 64. We need to put 64 roof on it, right? Otherwise, this one might look a bit too low. It does look a bit low. 64 might be too much. I think we're going to try the 64. Sorry, the 26. 26 is the large roof straw. Yeah, let's give that a try. So 26 in mind, we're going to need to go floors and walls, and then we're going to put the 26 category of getting the roof constructed. So 26, and we're currently on these ones. So yeah. Let's get the planks, we'll just fill this in real quick. 1, 2 in the top. Okay. So fill in the rest of this floor now. And we're doing we're actually using these ones, the planks. So we did the logs for the foundation work, and now we're doing the planks for these. I forgot to mention that. Just make sure the orientation is all the same. Yeah, just gonna go around here. This time we're going to do just the wooden walls, so probably these ones here. If we keep it to single plank, we can figure out where we're going to put windows and everything else, so just go around here, and just remember it's 4 high. Okay, so yeah, top of the stairs, I'm going to put a single window there and there, same with this side, and on the sides here we're going to go with doubles, so yeah, put them in just now. Now, I think, nothing too extravagant. I can't decide if I want to go with the glass ones or not. I can fill it in a bit better. No, actually we'll go with the clear ones. I'm going to go with them. So yeah, when we're laying these, if you see the part of the glass is like further out and you have like that piece of timber at the bottom, that usually means that the window's going to open outwards. We'll save you having to unbuild and test them all out. So put all them in like that. I think we said there's one over here. Get the double one to suit it. Okay, yeah, that looks pretty good there. So yeah, now we'll just finish off parts of the roof. So we'll go back to floors and walls. I think we said we're going to keep it at 26. It's going to work. Right, we'll try to roof this first. So 26. I want to go along that way, so yeah, let's do a corner piece there. This one's actually just going to go right to the end. Yeah. That's a bit of an overhang. That's too much. So. No, I think it needs it. I'm going to have it to there. So again now, just do the other side. Okay, and for this piece here, I don't know if it's the smaller one, or... Yeah, I think it's the smaller one we need to use here. So, the ridge roof straw. Yeah, keep that there. I'm actually just going to fill a little piece here. Or we might have to do it... I can just see it there. I think that is actually the best way to get that. Maybe we'll extend this roof just slightly now. So, turn this back on, put one there. And one there, and get a small piece again. Yeah, we'll just have it to there. This roof needs to come out, so just add another layer here. No harm in that. And while we're here now, add the pillar, large pillar. I don't think we're going to see this much, but I don't know what's happened there. Okay, so we'll add Just have a little piece on the end of here. Yeah, another one there. Can't remember. No, we kept a little straight, didn't we? Oh no, we didn't. We actually came out there. Okay, I'm gonna have to redo some of this here. Yeah, so we'll go back to roofs. And we're just gonna add a piece onto there. Yeah. Another piece here. Go to there. And then one there. And one there. While we're here, floors and walls again, 26 degree. I'll just try and fill this bit in here best we can. We've already done on the inside of the building. Always try and fill in as much as possible on the outside. I have to delete that last one, but yeah, I'll save us coming back up here later. Okay, I think that looks a bit better now. And slight overhang. Okay, and yeah, let's have that pillar piece back in. One on either side of there. I think we said we're going to use a small one here. Doesn't let us snap to there though, so it's definitely the right size, I think. Yeah, perhaps we'll just put that bit there. Maybe another one. Okay, we'll go with that. Just going to run this all the way to the end. Keep that right. There. A few more there. Maybe a couple of details here. Not too steep. Yeah, I think we'll try 26 here. We'll add one there. Put the roof back in. We have to go around this from the outside. I think we will. Okay, just add these in before we forget. So 26 on the marge. Put one there. It's starting to look quite good. Of course, it's not going to let us get up there, is it? Okay. I think we got another one there to do. No, that's not nice. Yeah, I'll put another one there. Okay. Let's just double check this building now. Yeah, something a bit different. So what we'll do now is we're going to add pillars for the outside. And we're just going to go all the way around here. Okay, and then we're going to switch to the large beam timber. I'm just going to go all the way around the bottom as well. Okay, and I think maybe we've added a few too many windows. I'd like to keep a bit of detailing to keep it the same as the rest of the town. You know, I've gone with like a 17th century York from like the city in the UK, that sort of vibe where they used the clay wooden walls and the wooden like designs with the crisscross beams. So I'm going to go and put them in. That's totally optional if you guys don't want to do it. Okay, we're going to put in all the windows in the, basically the second floor, but technically the first. So back to the windows, the ones we're using for the upstairs. Let's go with these here. I'll just go all the way around. This part here we are going to leave open. Yeah, because it's going to be a water-powered type of lumber mill. So there'll be a big wheel here. That'll be quite cool. I'll be able to see that, I think. You can always fill it in if it doesn't look good. So I'll get all these filled in real quick. And one more on this side. Okay, so I'm just going to add a border around here. Can't decide. I think I'm going to go with the large beam for this one. And maybe the smaller ones there. Oh, let's go large again. Okay, I thought maybe add a window here. On the side. Okay, the roof is a bit of a mess. Yeah, I can't do much about that. But what we are going to do, just to tidy it up a little bit, is I'm going to add these in here. It won't be perfect, but we'll just at least tidy this up a little bit. Okay, yeah, the roof's tidied up now. Looks good from the outside in here. Yeah, I mean, it works. It'll definitely do the job. Okay, so we're just going to have a little look now at the outside, just make sure everything is according to plan here. I'm just going to remove these smaller ones. Just replace some of these larger beams here. Yeah, so let's have a little walk around now. We'll just make sure everything's in order. Okay, we're going to finish the stairs. Almost forgot to do that, so same as the one inside, we're just going to go around here and just make it look a bit more presentable. Okay, that done pretty well. I think we'll also do the same now for here. And then we'll add like a border, I think, going all the way around it, just so it'll fall off the end and make it look a bit more complete. So we'll finish the stairs and we'll go from there. Okay, and I think for the surrounding one now, we're going to add some pillars going all the way around here. I almost want this to be a bit more decorative, so let's just have a look at these. You know, something like that. Maybe stick out a tiny bit on the end, but we could make them, but Yeah, these seem to work quite nicely. So we'll just go all the way around here, flipping them 180 degrees back to back. Okay, they're all down. Just going to go around now and finish off this wall effect. That was the large wall, stone and timber. I'm just going to fill all this in. Okay, with all of that done, I think I'm going to add the wheel now on the side. I'm almost thinking about adding stairs to make another level, on the lower level. But we'll put it on the side first and we'll see what that comes out. So yeah. Okay, so we're going to start by building the wooden wheel. Now for this part, I think we will add the large beam weathered log. It's like a cylindrical log. We want this quite big, so I almost want it in the middle here, in this area, so we can kind of see it at the end there. So I think we'll drop a log there. I think if we build around that, it should work out quite nicely. Now, we're probably going to want it 2 or even 3 out maybe. I want it quite big. 3 might be too big. We'll try 2, and then we will go from there. So yeah, we'll add a vertical pillar. Maybe best starting from the back. Yeah, I think somewhere there. Oh, it's going to get dark again. We're just going to have the pillar now. Now I think I'm going to go 3 or 4 high. I want it to kind of meet the height of that window. Obviously, the larger we have these, the larger it's going to go all the way around. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll try 5 out first before we go down into the water. 5 out, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, and that should meet up all the way around. 5 to there, and 5 out to there. Okay. Now I think we're gonna have to start off. We start with vertical, and then this will be a bit of fun and games getting this. Okay, I think that's probably the best we'll get it. I always find these 26 degrees are always longer than the 45s, but I guess they kind of have to be for everything to match up. They've worked that out. Okay, so we'll just mirror this now in the opposite direction for the other side. Before we add too much, though, I think it might be worth doing the back side first. So yeah. So you have vertical, then it's a beam timber at 64, then it's a 45, and then it's a 26. So bottom, top, middle. That's the sequence we're going with. Okay, that's that part done. So I think I'll just do the bottom part now. It should be quite interesting doing it into the water, but I think if we get the sequence right, we should be okay. Just keep mirroring it now in the opposite direction, flipping them 180 degrees. What might help here is go to decorations, just add a torch, because I'm not going to lie, I can't see a thing. Okay, I think we just got away with that one. So yeah, we'll go back to the pillars and let's keep rinsing green. Okay, yeah, just remember you just got to reverse the sequence. So you have to flip them 180 degrees, obviously, then we're doing the top. And where we went, we said bottom, top, middle. We're doing middle, top, bottom. Bottom, top, middle, middle, top, bottom. Yeah, we're just doing it in reverse that way. So it might be easier if we start here. Oh, no, not like that. So we do a vertical, just to recap here. So it's the smaller size pillar timber, and yeah, we're just going to do this all in reverse now. So bottom, top, middle. I'm going to go along by two of the horizontal ones. While we're here, we'll just put this one all the way down. Is that 3, 4, 5? Yeah, 5 to there. And don't forget to add the vertical one there. So, bottom, top, middle. It's not in reverse, it's just bottom, top, middle. Okay, so we've got the wheel, the outline of it now. I think now all we need to do is pretty much add these at like 64 degrees. Oh, hang on, let's do the back before we make life harder. Yeah, see that bit's tricky. That doesn't quite get to the end. Yeah. Bit of guesswork with this one. We might have to unsnap and place them that way. Unless... yeah, it won't let us do it now because... okay, so... it's the only choice we have, really. We're going to go with this. We'll get as much in as we can, and then... just kind of go from there. So this one now we flip 180 degrees. Oh, that should be fun. Okay. No, definitely not that way. Yeah, we're gonna have to create a floor here, I think, or a roof, and we're gonna head down. Okay, that's a bit low, so we can go there. And so it was a 26. Let's kind of remove this one. Let's add the 45s. Is it 45s? No, 26s now. Yeah, 26s, and get them there and there. Then we're going to figure out how to do the last bit. It might be that we're adding the large pillar. That might have been the trick there, was to actually make this large pillar. Can't really decide. Yeah, I'll have to maybe just snap them on. We'll go from there. Let's get the last bit of this done, come back to that. Okay, so I think just to make this a little bit easier, I'm going to take off the front ones. We'll do them last. Now, I think we'll try the snapping. I mean, no one's really going to be down there to see that part anyway, especially once all the other beams are in. So I wouldn't worry too much about the bottom one. But we'll just try anyway. So we try the snapping, and yeah, it's going to be quite difficult. We just place it on top as best you can. Yeah, just there, and then Z, scroll wheel down, 2 clicks, and place one there. I think it's probably the best one to do it. We'll just do the same for the other one. Get a bit of practice in here. Okay, and do the same for this side. Okay. Okay, we have them done. We'll turn the snapping back on now. I think, like we said, we're just going to fill in these. A little bit tricky getting them done, but again, probably wouldn't be looking that closely at it anyway. Just a little bit of detail getting it done. Should be fine there. Okay, yeah, so we've just got the top ones to do now. So just try and do the same technique again, and get this bit done. Okay, so this one I've had to jump actually onto it. It's pretty lucky I didn't fall in the water and get stuck in the thing, but yeah, I think that's probably the best you'll get it. We could maybe add another one. Raising it up so it just looks a bit off. It's all about where you're going to be able to see this and snap to it, right? I think the more you add, the more it's going to stick out. So no, I'm just going to put one on, and then we'll do the same again for all these. Yeah, on there. Okay, yeah, you could probably see that was a bit of a nightmare. Patience really more than anything, I would say. So yeah, we'll just get this last couple of bits done here, and we'll see where we're at after that. Okay, so we're a little bit tricky. Yeah, like I said, patience and placement. As long as you get them pretty close. I mean, there's one there I'm not that happy about. But the camera angle and where I'm at, yeah, I think I can live with it. Like I said, it's a little bit far away from water. It's something to visually look at from a distance. But yeah, if you had a lot of time and more patience than me, I think you might do a better job. But yeah, just go nice and steady with it. There's one here I've missed, so I'm just going to try and place this last one. It seems to be 2 clicks down on the scroll wheel. Okay, with that done, I want to add like maybe like circular beams there going all the way around. So we'll turn snapping back on. Let's give a quick look at this. Circular, or I think it's the circular. No, it's a little bit tricky. I think the circular one completes it better. Yeah, I think we'll try the circular one. So it's the large. If it's disappear, large beam weathered. This one here on the right. And I guess anywhere you can snap to. More the merrier. We'll see how many we. Oh no. Yeah, I was thinking we'll see how many we get put on, and then any that are missing we might have to unsnap. Or if we don't like the look of, we'll delete the one next to it, sort of thing. Yeah, we kind of want them to look as even as possible here. So we'll just go for it. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. The next thing I would probably do now, get rid of some of this scaffolding. You want to add a bit on the end here, I'm thinking. Make it look like, it's not just hanging on the one side. It wouldn't add too much realism. So yeah, the pillars we're using there, go back to them, the large beam weathered. And then after that's just for the end one, and then I think we'll use one of these, almost like the winch idea here. Let's have a look at the winch. Decorations. Oh, don't have any rope, of course. How would that look? Let's see what happens with this. Okay, I think I'll try the pillar idea, the winch idea. So there's probably nothing we can do to get this on. Yeah. Okay, so we've added some stones, the stone blocks, we've built it up. Just trying to get this on the end of here. If it doesn't look good, we can just destroy it, I guess. Yeah, maybe something like that. Can we turn snapping off? No, I can't place it through anything. Okay, so we put that on the end of there. And I almost want to build around that. Yeah, I don't think it's blending too well. What if it's right up against the end? Looks a bit better. Yeah, I think I'll keep it. Let's try. Let's maybe keep this on. Don't think it's going to let us place that. Okay, we'll go with that. And then make this look a bit more substantial. Add some of these big timber beams. I just don't want it to be recognizable too much, you know? Something maybe just to look at from a distance. And then maybe something like that. Looks a bit more industrially built up. Okay, look at windows, doors. Could we add these? Yeah, I almost want to add these like around here. I might even take that off. Just have it simple. Okay. Yeah, have that there, and yeah, we should add a few more of these going down here. Okay. Now maybe the pillars. Let's have a look at the pillars again. Maybe a stone one there? How's that? Still clear there. Okay, yeah. The more things we add to this, better to look. I think maybe just leave it at that. Although maybe adding a stone pillar here. Or maybe an arch one, turning snapping off. Just having it peeking through just a little bit. Maybe something like that. Yeah, and top just looks a little bit flat, so stairs. The balusters maybe? Yeah, it might work. I think we're gonna go with that. Because this is standing off from the wall, we can complete the banister. Going around, that was pillars and beams and other. Okay, that's done. Yeah, I think it works. Yeah, you guys can let me know in the comments what you think about it. I think it's turned out quite nicely though.
And there we have it. So I fully decorated the lumber mill. Start off with the logs arriving and getting lifted in. I made a few decorational pieces here, a couple of logs, the mahogany beams. Yeah, and then the production line here. You can see them coming in and they get rolled over to here. They get pushed up. A couple of guys must be doing that, because I wouldn't be able to do that on my own. Yeah, then we had a couple of more bits of timber over here. More logs there. A couple of pillars I've just put along the side there. There's a couple more logs there. So they're actually getting lifted up and in. There's another crane in there. So yeah, they get taken across. This one gets swung around and then lifted up and in. I also opened up the floor and added some sort of like gear thing, so it looks kind of real, I guess. Just makes the wheel look like it's turning. It's powering the thing upstairs that I've made. That wasn't too bad. That was just a case of connecting up the beam from the outside and then adding the pieces, really. A little bit self-explanatory, and then one big pillar going all the way up. Yeah, pretty happy how it turned out. It's a little bit different. So we'll go upstairs and I'll show you that. All the lighting, so this is kind of where he'll be making all the pieces. So a couple of tables. Here's the crane I was on about. It's kind of lifting them up, bringing them over. This is the connecting part of the gear where it is kind of floating, so that's good. It's meant to spin round. And yeah, I've kind of put this thing together. So it's a disassembly unit. And I can't remember the name of the other thing. Oh, the spinning wheel, yeah. So that kind of made sense, having that there. The disassembly unit has like a spinning wheel on it, so it almost looks like it's connecting up. Little chair and a toolbox with his mug there. A couple more assembled pieces that he's put together. Yeah, and then I redid the flooring, so I opened all this up in the end. I thought it would be cool to look down. I think I seen another Lumbermill that had a similar idea. They put ropes around it or something. Yeah, I'll go upstairs. So the staircase just goes up here. Get a good view of it anyway going in. And then the outside area I just kind of turned into another little workshop. Thought I'd use a workbench because it has the couple of tools on it already. A couple of bits of wood, and then I've got a pillar at the bottom of it, and then just like a mahogany stair thing. I don't know, one of the posts for the stairs, and just kind of countersunk it into the table, make it look like it's just being worked on or in the process of. A couple more pieces there, a couple of boxes. Kind of just finish this little area off quite nicely, I thought. Yeah, not much else to it. So yeah, hope you enjoyed the build. Don't forget to leave a like and a subscribe if you enjoyed it. Drop a comment if you want to see something else for me to build in the future. I'm open to suggestions. But yeah, that's it from me, and hope to catch you in the next episode.